What's up with it?
What's happening, YouTube? This your boy G Money 290 coming back at you with another video. So alright, today we about to discuss WandaVision episode 1 through 5. I'm gonna kind of keep it brief. I ain't gonna go through every little detail, but I'm loving this show, man. Like, woo, I'm loving this show. Basically, the WandaVision show is basically about what's going on with Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen character, and she basically done resurrected. We don't know how her boyfriend Vision back, that's played by Paul Bettany, but this show is great. Like the first two or three episodes kind of play out. Well, pretty much all of them are playing out like sitcoms. They have different time periods. I think first one was the 60s, the second one was the 70s, third one was the 80s. It's basically kind of at that particular pace. But it kind of started off basically like, simple TV show. Everything seems cool. The first episode really was like straight up TV show. Everything seems cool. Everything seems okay. But throughout the first season, they start sprinkling in commercials. And you can tell these commercials have subliminal messages. So you basically trying to piece everything together. What I like about it, it's a slow burn. It's not no first episode we getting right into the action, this and that. It's a slow burn. They building everything up to what most likely gonna end up happening on the back end of the show. And so the first episode was pretty cool. It, for the most part, played out like a sitcom. And one thing you realize is Wanda and Vision don't really know what their life was before this sitcom. They don't know what happened. Vision don't know. Wanda don't know. So, we just kind of like, what's going on here? And, throughout the first season, you kind of see little things going on. You like, something ain't right. Then we get right into the second episode, and stuff started to open up. You start seeing folks saying this and saying that, and we started getting a little taste of color, because in the first episode, it was black and white. The second, they started sprinkling some different colors with different things. And it's a lot of subliminal messages going on in this show. Like, basically, subliminal messages towards Wanda having children. Subliminal message towards Wanda being in control of everything. There's a lot of subliminal messages going on. Then I think the third episode, that was, I'm gonna keep it brief because I don't remember every little detail, but basically up into, I want to say the fourth, I think it was the third or fourth episode, the layers start peeling back, and you start realizing that this is basically something that seemed like Wanda done made up in her head. Like, she's trying to live this perfect life with Vision, but a lot of stuff is starting to break down and reveal what's really going on. And one episode, everything, the whole set changed to color, because at first, it was black and white. Then she popped up pregnant. We was like, what the hell? Like, she popped up pregnant, and she had those kids like super fast. And Billy and Tommy, that goes back to the comics, but we're not sure if they're really there, or we don't know if they're actually there or not. So we still have a lot of questions between episode 1 and 5, but the layers are starting to peel back because the commercials against subliminal. some of the neighbors are starting to crack and say stuff and do stuff they shouldn't be doing. And I think it was episode 4. One of Sword's employees, Monica Rambeau, she ended up getting inside and she exposed something to Wanda that happened before her fake romantic life with Vision, and Wanda kicked her out. It was like, oh, how you know that? You know you an imposter. You don't supposed to be here. So Wanda kicked her out, and I think this is an origin story of how Monica Rambeau ended up getting her powers, because she's supposed to be another character. I don't know her name. I don't remember her name, but I probably just pop it up. But what is this? Photon, something like that. But I think this is an origin story, because once she got thrown out and Sword examined her and took blood, it was a lot of inconsistency with her blood and what's going on. So I think this is an origin story slowly, and I think her powers probably not gonna get revealed. Her costume and powers and all that stuff probably ain't gonna get revealed into Captain Marvel 2. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking what's gonna happen is she's gonna start developing the powers. She's gonna start developing the powers. Probably a little bit in this, just a little bit here, but in the movie she gonna probably fully develop them. And I got a feeling her and Captain Marvel is probably gonna have a one-on-one. It's gonna end up eventually gonna become back friends and then probably fight the villain at the end. But I think because when she was talking, when they was having a conversation about when they brought up Captain Marvel, she was like, oh, I don't want to talk about her. So it's like, so you can tell some bad blood there. And overall, it's just a lot of stuff going on with Wanda, and a lot of layers are getting peeled back, and it's a lot of Easter eggs going back to the comics, and it's just it's great. Like it's a really good show, and I suggest if you are a big Marvel MCU Marvel Cinematic Universe fan, you have to watch this, because this show and all the other shows that's going to be on Disney Plus are going to be, it's going to bridge the gap between the shows and the movies. So it's not like, oh, I'm just going to watch the movies, but I'm not going to watch the shows. You got to check out the shows to make sure you following everything that's going on. So on episode 5, I'm not going to spoil. I'm not, well, hey, everybody know. Episode 5, it was crazy because her kids asked her about her brother. And we all know her brother died in Ultron. So when they asked about her, she was like, my brother is far, far, far away. And I'm like, your brother died? What you mean he far, far, far away? So that kind of had me questioning some stuff. And then basically at the end of the show, somebody was at the door. She opened the door. We looked. I'm thinking it was maybe Doctor Strange or her brother, because he had gray hair. Come to find out, it's Quicksilver that was in the Fox universe. Because what happened was Fox had the rights to X-Men, Fantastic Four, and a year or two ago, Marvel required them rights back. So it seemed like she done tore a ripple through the multiverse and grabbed him out of that universe and brought him over into the MCU. That's what we think. That's what we speculating, but we'll find out probably further down the line. But I feel like with these TV shows, Marvel is going to be sprinkling Easter eggs and nods to the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. And basically, they're going to build the groundwork up to the point where they're going to end up being the MCU. But that was a big thing that happened on episode 5. So I'm ready for episode 6. I be trying to jump, I be trying to wait and watch 2 of them, but it's so hard because the show is so freaking good. So far, episodes 1 through 5, I'm gonna give this show a 8 out of 10. Definitely an 8 out of 10. I really say 8 out of 10 because episode, I want to say 1 and 2. 1 and 2 was slow. I like slow, but they was slow. But looking at it from 1 to 5, I'm hyped to see what's happening next. But that's my take on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace.